Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 51. Welcome to everyone that's new. My name is Em.
And I'm Kay, and welcome to Happy Negatives. We're two shy, introverted overthinkers navigating this world, trying to heal and grow. So today is Friday. So we just want to have a relaxed episode and just talk about some shy, introverted stories that maybe some of you will be able to relate. We're really going to have to dig into the vault, I feel like, because
Yeah.
sometimes I just don't want to remember some
Yeah.
embarrassing moments. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Em?
Yeah. I think I know what you mean, as in digging into the vault and remembering those cringy moments of things that you wish you wouldn't have done. And then they just come back to haunt you. Because I just had a flashback of all these instances during college when I'm thinking about it and it's just making me cringe. But yes, those are the stories that we're going to uncover.
Yeah, well, you already started. I want to hear a story from college that you remembered.
Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. So in college, well, to begin with, I've always sort of been the person that if you don't speak to me, I won't speak to you just because I don't know how to do small talking and just go, hey, what's your name or whatever. So right off the bat, it was really hard to interact with people. And I vividly remember when I moved to the Bay, I was starting a new semester in another college. I I just couldn't, like, mingle with the group, and right away you can tell who were, like, I'm sort of like the, quote, unquote, "popular kids" or whatever, or the ones that aren't afraid to express themselves, and, there was this instance where this was already going into, like, the semester where we had to do, like, group stuff, and I had to do this group project with this one chick, and it was supposed to be some sort of, what was it? Like a protest thing or whatever. We had to like organize something. And I was so freaking shy about it that I took the whole project into my own hands and I was like, "Oh no, you're okay. You don't have to do anything." So I ended up doing the project on my own. And it was so, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. Luckily, we didn't have to present it to the whole class. It was just a submittal thing. But like I literally faked going because okay, so the project was we had to go to some big place and do like some sort of protest about it. And I chose IKEA. So I went to IKEA myself and I started planting like little posters around IKEA. And it was the most awkward thing. But now that I think about it, it wasn't, I guess that doesn't sound that awkward, right? I don't know.
Well, the thing that I'm quite why did you want to do all the work? Because you didn't want to interact with her?
I
Like
think
you felt
so.
shy to interact with?
Yeah, because, like, other groups were like, "Oh, yeah, we can get together this day or, do this and that," and I was like, I didn't know how to do
And
that,
you were like,
or I
hell
didn't.
no.
Yeah, I didn't have the balls to do it. It was, oh my god, I'm remembering and I'm cringing so bad. It's horrible. Poor girl, she probably wanted to
Okay, so
interact, you know?
maybe she was another shy girl. She was like, damn it, I just lost my chance of making a friend.
Yeah. Hopefully, if she's listening to this at
Wait,
some point, she doesn't hate. I'm so sorry I did that to you.
well, or she's like, great, that's that girl that did all the work and I didn't have to do anything for
Yeah.
that project. Was it hard? Was it kind of like an inconvenience to you because, you had to take extra time to work on it or not?
Yeah, well, now that I remember, well, I don't necessarily feel like it was a burden or anything. I think if anything, it was kind of like an inconvenience to go out in the public, aka going to IKEA to slip these little thingies around the store. That was a super inconvenience. But actually doing the work or whatever, it was, you know, I have a way of BSing things, so especially
Well,
when it comes down to
how
work.
would to work, how would your professor have known if you actually did like actually went out and protested or put these little flyers around wherever you put them?
Well, technically we had to submit like images as well with the actual package, yeah, photos and stuff, but, like, you can fake that, you know what I mean? That's what I did. Well, some of them.
So wait, you faked some of them, you said?
Allegedly. I mean, I can't deny or accept that I did.
Celebrity type of alleged? Okay, so we all know what that means.
Oh gosh, it's so
That is
embarrassing. I remember and I cringe. Okay.
that is so funny. I don't think, I am trying to remember in terms of group projects or presentations, which were the death of me. I hated presenting. Um, but I would do up if I had to because I was also in school very much follow the rules, do as you're told, go to class every day, go to school every day, that type of thing. Uh, okay, I have this that relates to like a group project. So in college as well, me and a few of my classmates were putting a group together to act out a debate between a judge and music representatives where we were supposed to argue the point of music should be free and we shouldn't restrict curse words or how a person I think it was specific to curse words. It was a while ago, okay? I don't exactly remember. But it was something of that gist. And I was playing a parent actually. So I had a line or two. It wasn't too much, thank God. Because there was this huge extrovert in our group who did not mind taking over and having the most lines. But we were all really nervous about it. So, like, a few of us, I think 4 of us, before we went to the class, we took a shot, those little nips
Just
of,
like a shooter or
Captain
something like that?
Morgan. Yeah, like the
Okay.
little I think they call it nips.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, of Captain Morgan. And, actually, in that group, there was another girl who, she was also a Latina,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't have thought of her to be, like, timid or anything, but she kinda was, and I just remember being up there and being all like I couldn't stop laughing because I was tipsy. This was,
That's
like, a
funny.
10 a.m. class,
Oh gosh, nice. Okay.
and yeah, and I think I barely had food, but, sometimes as a shy introvert, especially when in college years, I needed not promoting drinking, but that's what I use to
Oh, yeah.
help
Uh-huh.
get my personality out or get me to do things.
Uh-huh. Honestly, like, I don't why didn't I think about that? I should have done that because every time that I watched The Big Bang Theory, I was like, you know how Raj needs to, like, get liquid courage to talk to ladies? And I was like, "Man, I wish I could do that." But, like, putting 2 and 2 together, why did I do that?
Yeah, Raj is such an icon.
Yeah,
He
he's an icon.
is like when he's his true self, he's so likable, but then when he drinks, yeah, he's this it's like another personality. Actually, he's kind of annoying, right? Because he's always like thinking that all the girls want him. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
so cool.
Now that you mention overthinking, the other thing that pops in my head is, oh my gosh, when schools or like again back to college, when you go into a new class for like a whatever new semester, whatever, and they tell you, okay, let's give an introduction. Who are you? You know what I mean? I hated those so freaking much. I know. Put you on the
We
spot.
know none of us are gonna yeah, and none of us actually care, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Mhm.
And um we don't know who we are. We were in our 20s. What do we know? We were still figuring it out. How could we
Yeah.
tell you?
Exactly, and it's
Yeah,
typical where it's like someone before you had, like, this big old resume of things that they did that they like, and then it's your turn, and then you're like, you know what I mean? Like, dot, 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 I don't know what to say.
yeah. I am trying to think, what would you say? Do you remember?
What would I say? Well, obviously, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm this and this, and I don't know, I transferred from here and
What was
here."
this and that?
Well,
Oh,
I'm just giving it an example because I don't remember what I would say, but, so I went to art school, and it's typical where they asked you, like, "What is your major? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah." So,
okay, not
yeah,
for
"What
me.
is your practice?" or whatnot. So it would be like, your name, this is what I'm majoring in, this is what I'm doing for my practice or whatever. So, but some people would say some really cool stuff and I'd be like, "Man, that's awesome. I want to be you."
I don't have hobbies like that, or I haven't done that. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like when people introduce themselves, I guess they say a lot of more of the things that they do. And when applying for jobs, as you know, in the interview process, they also ask you, "You tell me a little bit about
Ugh,
yourself."
hate that
Absolutely hate that
question.
question.
Mhm.
Because in my head, I'm thinking, well, I'm kind.
Yeah.
And that's not no when people ask you, "Tell me a bit about yourself," what I feel like what I've learned is that they're really asking, "What do you do? What is your
Mhm.
job? And, like, what do you actually
Bring to
physically
the
do? What are
table.
your hobby?"
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly, like, impress me by who are you? And I
Yeah.
hate that.
Uh-huh. And it's typical where you say, "Oh, maybe I like this and that," and they're like I'm giving her an awkward stare of like, "Why did you say that?" You know? Like they're not interested in the end
Oh,
with what you just said.
so many times that when you say stuff that comes out of your mouth, then after overthinking, like, okay, at least for me, I'm like, why did I just overshare? They didn't even ask about
Yeah.
that.
Typical, typical, yeah.
Like, why? Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate that too. But I think for me that goes along, and I think with you too, like not liking small talk or not really fully understanding small
Yeah.
talk. I just feel like the weather is a thing a lot of the time.
Yeah. Or
And
like
then after
how
I don't know what to do after that.
exactly. Or also the same thing of like, for example, back to small talk. When someone like asks you something and then you just answer with like the exact information, even though they started that conversation maybe to engage in conversation, you just flat out just like cut it. That has happened to me a lot.
You're like, "How's your day? I'm good. How about you?" "Good."
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Yeah.
Because I guess I think I'm like, are they just asking to be polite or do they actually wanna talk?
Yeah.
And then if they
Fair.
wanna talk, wouldn't they just continue the conversation? Or I don't know. See, that's where the overthinking happens. And again, this season, we're trying to just not even worry about what people are, thinking.
Yeah. Bear with us. We're trying to embrace the fun, spontaneous side of us, right? Maybe?
Yeah, more of yeah, that and, like, just not trying to give our brains a little bit of a break from overthinking because they have been on overtime for many, many years,
Mhm.
and we gotta pay out by giving them a break. Alright, I don't know about you, but this is all making me remember of being fired because I lacked the personality for a job.
Wait, you got fired because of your
Maybe, like
personality?
well, yeah, they didn't tell me that, but that was it, essentially. So,
Bitch.
because I wasn't extroverted enough. Actually, yes. Yeah, yeah. I wanted to say twice, but for the second scenario, I was a bad server in general. So like that just wouldn't have lasted. No, but so one time I worked at a store and it was a store in the mall. So it was a really long time ago. Well, anyway, so I applied and this is the first time that a job did like a group interview. We literally sat in the mall in a big circle and they asked us like questions about ourselves and I just remember like feeling so freaking nervous and I'm like, "Don't ask me a question. Don't ask me a question." But of course, they ever get asked everybody questions.
Mhm.
And I just remember thinking in my head, I need to turn on this persona, like, I cannot be me. So I just remember like, trying to sound, like, really peppy and, like, perky, and I guess I faked it enough for them to hire me. Now, then I actually start working, and I didn't wanna greet the customers because I felt shy, and they make you wear, like, their lounge wear, which was just like sweatpants and like a tank top. I just felt uncomfortable, and they made you wear flip-flops, and I don't do flip-flop. I'm
That's
sorry to all the
so
flip-flop wearers.
funny.
I've never liked them. So I was totally like physically what I was wearing out of my comfort zone. Then you want me to say hi to everybody that walks in. So I wasn't doing that. And then they would keep telling me like, "Hey, you need to like greet people, like talk to people." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, okay." And then I would always go and find anything that there was to fold and just start folding
Yeah,
because I didn't want to do that.
that's funny.
So then eventually they just stopped scheduling me. Like it happened one week, it happened another week, and then I'm like, "Okay, that means you're letting me go, but you don't have the balls to tell me, hey,
Yeah.
you just you just don't match the vibe here."
Mhm.
Um,
Damn.
but I remember, like, during that time feeling pretty bad about myself because I was thinking, "Oh, why can't I just be talkative and outgoing like all the other girls that work there? They're all just so likable." And I felt pretty shitty after that. But then, I realized that's just not the environment for me. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wanted to get paid.
Yeah, no, I think that has happened to me in other instances as well at work. What I used to work retail too, and, you have to put on that friendly, "Hi, how's it going?" "Welcome in," or if you're at the register, put on, like, this big old smile and just like, "Ah," you know what I mean? It's exhausting.
Yeah,
It's freaking
it is.
exhausting.
It was horrible, and I just don't understand why we have to greet everybody. Like, I don't like when people greet me when I walk into the store. I feel like you're putting me on the spot. Don't acknowledge me. That's what I want. Let me shop in peace, you know?
Yeah, and no, and seriously, I've heard that from countless people where it's like, I literally just came to the store to do my own thing. But then again, you have the other crowder, it's like, "You didn't say hi to me." You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you can't please can't please no one. Please any of them or all of them.
I mean, oh, and also a really cool thing, so I don't know if you've heard this, but Sephora is I don't know if they're doing it in all of their locations, but they've started implementing quiet hours in some of their locations,
Okay, what is that?
and they've said that so they're going to lower the music a lot, like very light,
Mhm.
and their sales representatives are not gonna like be all up on you. And it's just like a chance they said for people who have ADHD or are neurodivergent to just feel more at peace when going into their stores.
Oh, I
And
love
I'm like,
that. Yeah, it's
me
like, "Oh,
too.
that's literally what I'm looking for." Yeah.
Same, because I don't like walking into Sephora, people ask you a whole bunch of questions, and I feel so much pressure to buy something when they do that. Maybe that's part of the plan,
Yeah.
but then also I
Most
wanna
likely.
leave because 'cause you're asking me like, "I'm good, let me just browse."
Yeah, honestly, like, when you go into a store and someone is pestering well, I don't wanna say pestering, sorry if I said pestering, but if someone is, like, constantly telling you, "Hey, can I help you with this?" Or just talking to you a lot, my overthinking brain is thinking, "Am I being profiled? Are they following me? Do they think I'm stealing or something?"
Oh,
Immediately, it goes
oh
to
my
the
god, yes,
worst
I
case
thought that
scenario.
too.
So I'm like, thinking about am I acting very suspicious? Am I giving them a reason? So I have to like school all my movements. It's horrible.
Yes, that definitely has happened to me too, and also for some reason, people have confused me quite a few times. They're like, "Do you work here?" I'm like, "What do I?" I don't know why you think I worked here. Is it because 'cause
You're
I'm
like,
brown?
does
Like,
it look like I work here? That's so funny.
shout out to Sephora for implementing that, and, now you'll know in case you didn't know, look into it and see if maybe your local store has that.
The other thing that I hate now that we're talking about stores is like, okay, TMI, and I know that we've said this before, but using public restrooms. Can anyone relate?
Using what? I didn't
Public
hear it.
restrooms?
A big no for me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's awkward. No, especially if, like, you're in a restaurant and you have to, like, cross the whole restaurant just to go use the restroom. I hate that. Why can't they just have them like, in front or something like that?
Yes. The wait, why can you just have them next to the table, you said?
No, in front or somewhere where you don't have to cross the whole ass place, you know?
Restaurant? Yeah. You know, it's funny, I was listening to this, podcast, Dear Shandy, and ooh, what's her name? Shailene? Oh, I forgot her name. She was saying how she doesn't like it when people see her going into the restroom
Mhm.
when she's out in public. She was like, "I just feel like that should be sacred. Nobody should ever see you walking into the restroom. Like, they should make it more private."
Yes, yes, yes.
It's
Agree.
like yeah, same. I share that sentiment about having to get up and do the walk of shame, like I call it, and to have to go to honestly, to anything where you have to walk across a whole bunch of people. It's very
Yeah.
nerve-wracking, although I'm better at it than what I was before.
Oh, yeah, totally. Mind you, all these stories are recounts of us being super, super in it, in the nitty-gritty back in the day. Now we have overcome a lot of things, and hopefully you guys have too.
Yes. But sometimes we do fall into these types of situations potentially, right? Like with the whole I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that probably for the rest of my life, I will avoid a situation if there's like a whole bunch of people.
Mhm.
But the goal is to just not do that all the time or consistently. It's like a rare case where I give into, oh, I feel too shy to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Or also, like, if you do encounter that situation, um, check internally, see how regulated you are to be able to go through the whole situation. You know, you don't wanna, like, alter yourself to the point where it's like, you feel like you're gonna jump a building. But, yeah, try to see where you're at, where is your nervous system
Wait,
at that
what do you
moment?
mean jump building?
Like, jump off a building, the adrenaline rush? Has that happened to you where you're sup
So, like, wait, do you jump a building like you're going to rob a building?
Oh, no, like, jump off a building.
Oh, I
But
heard
jump a
jump
building,
a
I mean,
building.
that's a lot of adrenaline too.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, I've never heard anybody say jump a building. Like,
Well, jump
that's
off a building.
funny. Gotcha. So there are more stories, I am sure, but that's all that are coming to mind really quickly. And maybe we'll do another one of these because it feels good for, I think, other shy introverts to know that we all kind of share a similar embarrassing or we got fired because we're not personality hires. I'll say that, or I'm
Yeah.
not. It's always my work ethic.
Mhm.
Any closing thoughts?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely, and again, if you have any other stories that you wanna hear or that you wanna share, please leave them in the comments, let us know, and we will definitely continue into the season to just try to be our fun selves, taking a little break of our healing journey, but still on it, and hopefully you guys can relate.
Yeah. And also, one thing that I want to mention is that if you are currently at the shyer side of the shy, introverted, overthinking spectrum, where maybe it feels kind of debilitating. We have definitely been there too. But just know that if you decide to take a chance, leap into a little bit of discomfort and push yourself even more to do the things that you want to do and go for the things that you want despite being shy, introvert, overthinking, that it is possible. You can be both. And this can just be something that you tap into and that you tap out of when you need to. And hopefully, you all got a laugh out of our little stories here. And like Em said, please share your stories. Definitely love to hear it. We love laughing, and that's what this season is about, more laughs.
Exactly. So don't forget we post on Sundays.
And most importantly, don't forget, we're rooting for you. Bye.
Bye, guys.